In the world of anime, some characters just hit different. And then there are the yanderes, who hit different with an X. We all know the OG queen of chaotic obsession, no one wish willow required, Yuno Gasai, the pink-haired icon who basically wrote the book on terrifying devotion. But what happens when her passionate brand of crazy goes up against the cold, calculating cruelty of a princess who would sacrifice an entire nation just to keep her prize? It's about dissecting the very nature of their madness. Is true insanity the explosive and emotional violence of a girl fighting for love in a death game, or is it the silent, meticulous planning of a monster in a pretty dress, a woman who would burn down her own world and smile at the ashes just to keep one person by her side? Let's get into it. Grab yourselves a seat, and ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my anime lounge. You can't even have this conversation without starting with the benchmark, the poster girl for obsessive love, Yuno Gasai from Future Diary. On the surface, Yuno is a model student. She's sweet, popular, and seemingly perfect, but that's just a mask for a ruthless, calculating psychopath whose only goal is to protect her beloved. Yuno is the quintessential yandere. One minute she's the shy, ideal girlfriend, you know how it is. The next, she's grabbing the nearest weapon to eliminate anyone she even thinks is a threat to her and Yuki.
How many times do I have to tell you, sweetheart? The only friend you need is me. Think about it. Where would I be if you got to know this girl and fell in love with her? Life just wouldn't be worth living if I can't be the center of your world.
Her diary is literally her obsession made manifest, a phone that tells her everything about Yuki's future every 10 minutes, letting her act as his ever-present, terrifying guardian angel. Yuno's brand of crazy is loud, messy, and fueled by raw emotional volatility. Her actions are born from a deep-seated trauma and a desperate fear of being abandoned. After suffering horrific abuse from her adoptive parents, she eventually snapped and locked them in a cage where they starved to death. This happened in the past of the first timeline, and the trauma shaped her entire being. When Yuki gave her a glimmer of hope, she clung to it with the ferocity of a drowning woman. This makes her monstrous actions, while inexcusable, tragically understandable. She kidnaps Yuki to protect him and slaughters other diary holders to keep him safe. Her violence is a direct, if psychotic, reaction to the world around her. She is a storm of passionate, violent obsession, a force of nature you can see coming even if you can't stop it.
Oh, Yuki. How much longer till we're the right age? Grow up faster. This is torture.
Pickle already, princess. I'll come back soon, and we'll cook something delicious.
Now let's turn to Princess Renner from my favorite isekai of all time, Overlord. To the public, she's the golden princess, a vision of kindness, wisdom, and charity, adored by her people. She helps the poor, outmaneuvers corrupt nobles, and maintains a flawless, saintly image. But this entire persona is a carefully constructed lie. Underneath it all, Renner is described as a spiritual heteromorph, a human in body, but something utterly alien in mind. She is a manipulative psychopath who feels no empathy or remorse, only a cold, all-consuming obsession for her personal night climb.
The night's young. While I'm here, why don't you tell me a little bit more about your puppy?
I'd love to, Lady Albedo.
To her, Climb isn't a person. He's a possession. A beloved pet she once confessed to wanting to chain up and raise like a dog. Lovely. While Yuno's insanity is a chaotic storm, Renner's is a glacier. Slow, unstoppable, and crushing everything in its path with terrifying precision. Her intellect is so profound that it earns the praise of Nazaric's master strategists Demiurge and Albedo. Let me give you some context. These are demons. She's getting praise from actual demons. She doesn't just react to events, she orchestrates them on a massive scale to secure a future where she and Climb could be together for all eternity. She became a spy for the Sorcerer Kingdom, the kingdom led by the one, the king, the Lord, the magnificent Sorcerer Supreme, extravagant, omnipotent, legendary pimp, pirate king, Sand Hokage, Lord Bone Daddy Ainz, Al Goon.
That's why I'm the king around here.
Methodically feeding intelligence to her country's greatest enemy to ensure its complete destruction. Did I just whistle? She didn't just stumble into treason. She masterminded her nation's ruin.
永遠にむつみ合いましょう。まずは今日中にお互いの初めてを交換しましょうね。
So, let's put them head to head. First up, What?
You stupid.
First up, psychological instability. Who is more mentally unhinged? Yuno is the definition of emotionally unstable. Her moods flip on a dime, from sweet and loving to murderously violent. Her actions are often impulsive, driven by jealousy, paranoia, and a raw, untempered possessiveness. That vacant, dead-eyed stare is a warning sign that something terrible is about to happen. She's a live wire, sparking with unpredictable, chaotic energy. She wears her madness on her sleeve, often with a bloody weapon in hand. Princess Renner, in contrast, is almost perfectly stable. And that's what makes her so terrifying. Her public persona is flawless, and her private one is an unwavering, emotionless void. She doesn't fly into rages or have psychotic breaks. When she's plotting the downfall of her kingdom or even the death of her own father, she does it with the calm detachment of someone doing paperwork. Her insanity isn't loss of control, it's the total absence of things like empathy, guilt, and morality. For this round, the point has to go to Yuno. While Renner's mindset is arguably more horrifying, instability implies a lack of control and emotional volatility. Yuno is the storm, the very picture of psychological chaos. Renner is the abyss, deep, dark, and unchanging. For visible textbook instability, Yuno takes it.
You stalk me, switch gears at the drop of a hat, your house has dead people in it. I mean, how's a guy supposed to feel about all that?
Next up, moral depravity. Who is willing to do worse things to get what they want? Yuno's list of crimes is long and bloody. She's a stalker, kidnapper, and a prolific murderer, and kills without a second thought to ensure Yuki's survival and to keep him all to herself. However, her actions are mostly contained within the kill or be killed context of the survival game. Her cruelty is horrifying, but it's focused. A laser beam of violence aimed at anyone who gets between her and Yuki. She's a monster born from trauma, fighting to survive in a world designed to end her. Renner's depravity is on another walking up the aisle like the bride and the daddy. Hip hop addict, hip hop addict. Man, I swim on top like the addict. Yeah, bitch, I be with my dog like Shaggy. Renner's depravity is on another level entirely. Her evil isn't reactive, it's proactive and systematic.
Hydromatic. Ultramatic.
Come on, bro. I can't resist the urge to add grease lightning to She effectively sentenced her entire country to destruction for the crime of being an obstacle to her obsession with climb. She betrayed her family, her people, and her father, leading to his death without a shred of regret. To gain immortality and become a demon, it's heavily implied that she orchestrated the poisoning of an orphanage. She herself had sponsored.
Boy, it's out the mud. We got Rashad McCown.
You're so damn evil!
Let me repeat that for the people who may have not heard. To gain immortality, you hear me? To become a demon, you feel me? She orchestrated the poisoning of an orphanage she herself had sponsored. She poisoned orphans, sacrificing the children and the caretakers who trusted her.
Fuck them kids. Fuck the kids? Yeah.
She saw the millions of citizens in her kingdom as disposable stepping stones and felt thankful that their deaths served her happiness. There is no line she will not cross. The winner here is, without a doubt, Princess Renner. Yuno kills for her love. Renner orchestrated treason and mass slaughter to clear a path for her obsession. The sheer scale and cold-blooded nature of Renner's crimes put her in a league of moral depravity that Yuno simply can't match.
Already, Princess? That's soon, and we'll cook something delicious.
That was quite an impressive orphanage you started.
Thank you for preparing the poison. Thank you for preparing the poison.
Thank you for preparing the poison. Them kids. The kids?
This brings us... Ooh, what was that? We ain't going nowhere with that. This brings us to our final round, the scale of their horrific actions. Whose madness caused the most destruction? Yuno's actions, while devastating to her victims, are mostly localized. Her impact is felt by the other participants in the survival game and a few unlucky bystanders. She's a serial killer, not a war criminal. Even her most cosmic act has a twisted personal logic. After winning the game in her original timeline, she becomes a god, but finds that she can't revive her dead Yuki. In her grief, she travels to a new timeline to try again, letting her old world decay in the process for a single person goal. Princess Renner, on the other hand, operates on a geopolitical stage. Her manipulation and intelligence gathering didn't just win a fight, they brought an entire nation to its knees. Her betrayal was the key that allowed the Sorcerer Kingdom to annex the Riestes Kingdom.
The plan to destroy the kingdom was almost entirely yours after all, and you played your part well. We know what you're capable of. You've proven yourself plenty.
Mind you, it was unnecessary. At any point in time, if Ainz wanted to, he could have taken over, they could win. It's not like she helped them win, but she saw an opportunity. The death toll from her actions isn't in the dozens, but likely in the millions, as the kingdom's population of roughly 9 million was decimated. The fall of the Riestes Kingdom is a direct result of her patient, long-term scheming. Once again, the victory goes to Princess Renner. Yuno is a terrifying threat to anyone standing next to her. Renner is a threat to civilization itself. The scale of her calculated cruelty is simply monumental, dwarfing Yuno's more personal reign of terror.
I'll live for eternity. I'll be left all alone. Please, Climb. Stay with me. Become a demon like I did.
Boy, it's out the mud.
So, where does that leave us? Yuno is the undisputed queen of psychological instability. She is the chaotic, passionate, and visibly unhinged face of yandere. If your definition of crazy is pure emotional madness, she wears the crown. However, Princess Renner dominates in both moral depravity and the sheer scale of her evil. She is the monster of pure intellect and calculation. Her love is a chillingly detached obsession she uses to justify atrocities on a national scale. She isn't just a character in a tragedy, she is its author. The things that that princess is willing to do in order to literally shred her humanity and become an immortal demon just so she can indulge in her pleasures for eternity is insane. At least Yuno actually cherishes and cares for Yuki as a person, even if it's extreme.
Might as well strike while the iron's hot, because that's how much I love you.
Princess Renner just wants a pet that she could use to indulge in her twisted fantasies. She just wants to on a pile of corpses.
All I had to do was sell out one measly kingdom to achieve it. Oh, Climb. I hope you're ready for an eternity of happiness by my side.
Yuno is the kind of crazy you can see coming, the kind that screams and rages. Renner is the kind that smiles at you, praises your work, and has already scheduled your country's annihilation. Yuno is a wildfire, but Renner is the slow, inevitable, and crushing advance of an ice age. So, while Yuno will forever be the iconic queen of the yanderes, the title of the true queen of crazy, the more dangerous, more terrifying, and more monstrous character has to go to Princess Renner. And there you have it, folks, two of anime's most unhinged. Yuno really became the poster for crazy characters. If you go and Google it, she's probably one of the first two pictures to pop up. And I was initially thinking that this was going to be a one-sided victory for Yuno, but then I really started to dive into it. Renner is probably lesser known due to her not being a main character in her show. The fact that she poisoned an orphanage with donation food is one of the craziest things. But that's just my take. Who do you think is truly crazier? Is it the passionate, chaotic obsession of Yuno, or the cold, calculated cruelty of Renner? Drop your verdict in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this trip to the dark side of anime, make sure you hit that subscribe and like button.
Push the goddamn button.
If you enjoy hearing about insane anime characters, check out my video on Misugi, the demon in human skin that wears a smile from a Deca box. One of the most broken characters as well. Until next time, I appreciate you all for watching, and as we always do when we close out, let's all raise a glass in the air. Here's to anime. Here we are, testing the mic once again for the next video.